Welcome to Tenor Tech, where I solve the problems you didn't even know you had.
You start by validating hardware and acquiring the guest image. Confirm your CPU supports virtualization, and you have at least 8 GB RAM. Next, obtain a compatible IPSWA or Mac OS installer used to host iOS simulators. This is essential because iOS doesn't run as a normal VM image. Then install a virtualization tool that supports Mac OS guests and advanced CPU pass-through. Once done, create a new VM with UEFI, allocate cores and RAM, and attach the installer image so the VM can boot into the installer. You now configure the VM for a successful install. Choose UEFI, assign multiple CPU cores, 816 GB RAM, and use a fast SSD-backed virtual disk. If your platform allows, enable PCI or USB pass-through for better device compatibility. Add VM flags and modules required by Mac OS or iOS installer and mount the IPSWA or install image. Boot into the installer. When it appears, use disk utility to partition and format the VM disk as apps, then proceed to install. This creates the runtime environment iOS components require. You finish by completing setup and optimizing the VM. Enable networking, install any guest editions or drivers available, and configure shared folders or USB pass-through for testing. If you need to run actual iOS apps, attach a physical device via USB pass-through or use the simulator components inside the guest. If the VM fails to boot or kernel panics occur, check hypervisor logs. Reduce CPU topology to match Intel/Apple expectations, toggle EFI options, and ensure ECP tables and app settings match the installer's requirements. That single adjustment often fixes hangs.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to keep your life in tune.